Initializing recap.
The Sarkesians, who are currently flying, they land and look at each other. Well, this is an opportunity to make a little bit of extra money. Yeah, might as well.
And we don't know who sent them. They're talked about a bounty being on our heads. However, that original bounty is gone, so someone else must be out to kill us.
Gentlemen, I think I have located this secret lab that Nitlin was using.
I trust him. I trust the duck.
Even still, it doesn't kill Nitlin. And he drops to his knees and then slumps forward and then begins crawling towards one of the walls. And when he gets there, he puts his hand on one of the words and it says, kill. And then he points to the other one, Nitlin. You guys seem to know what's going on with all that, but Gregorton has taken Dr. Ross.
Recap complete.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I have two questions for you.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling I know what they are, but please go ahead.
Are you ready to rock?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
More importantly, are you ready to roll?
Yes.
Roll and let's kill a duck.
I have a Red Bull and a banana. I'm ready to fight God.
It's all
I've got
Terry
a coffee,
needs.
and it's just staring at me and just waiting to get in my mouth.
Even further, more important, am I ready to rock and roll? Because, listen, children, Space Dad made some space mistakes last night. Went to space karaoke, had too many space drinks.
Oh, Space Dad.
So, here we go. But if you think I can't pretend to be a silly duck for 2 hours with you, you're out of your damn mind.
Not so silly now that he has a hostage, though, huh?
It's still a little silly, but...
Yeah, everyone mentally prepare yourselves for when Dane tries to threaten us in his duck voice and Terry loses it for an hour.
I'm already about to laugh thinking about the duck, and I'm really trying hard not to. So
We've had to add 1 hour and 17 minutes onto every scheduled recording just so we can cut out all the times that Terry's crying laughing.
You know what? I'm glad that brought joy to the person that came up with the character/name. I'm glad about that.
So yes, you guys have sort of recapped for us. You are currently stuck in a lab where you found what remained of Nitlin after what seems to be some pretty gruesome experiments of gene splicing. And you just got news from Link that, one, it was Jory's body that was discovered in the woods or in the rainforest, and also that Dr. Gregorton has taken Dr. Ross hostage.
Are we still on the phone with Link?
You can be if you would like to.
Where are they?
Well, right now they're he's holed up in the Menagerie.
What happened?
I don't know. It just sort of happened. Dr. Ross was able to sneak out a message to me before it all happened, and let us know that it was going bad.
Let's just go deal with this. We just killed a spliced monster, man. I'm sure a duck can't be much more difficult.
Well, right now they're in a standoff with him. Hornscale and the rest of the security team are there, making sure that he doesn't do anything drastic. But he's got some backup.
Backup?
Does the backup
What do you mean
have,
backup?
like, wings?
He's the one who brought the fucking mercenaries in.
Yeah.
Why?
Probably funding or some bullshit. He seems pretty obsessed with his work, so...
Unfortunately, you guys, you're gonna have to find your way out of there. I'm trying to locate you with the passports, but whatever you're in right now is blocking the signal.
So when you say backup, how much backup are we talking?
There's about 5 or 6 of them.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Link, thank you. We'll get there as soon as we can. Let us know if anything changes.
I will.
All right, okay.
We definitely know there's a way out of this room because of the body we found, right? So...
Yeah, am I misremembering? Was there a door we had yet to open?
No. Well, yes. So in the... I'll reset the stage for you guys to refresh your memory. When you first came in, there was sort of like a wash station where you could like change and clean up and stuff. Then there was a long hallway with a bunch of, like a vet situation where there are rooms off to the side with various cages, but pretty much all of the animals were dead except for the one Blinks that you set free. And then this is like sort of the lab proper. Kill Nitlin is scrawled in various forms all over the walls, and the place has been trashed. There's bookcases and shelves and tables knocked over and smashed, and there's a table in the far corner that he was sitting at where he was trying to put teeth back into his mouth. There's a terminal that hasn't been smashed there, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be any obvious ways of leaving.
All right. I'm going to take 10 to recover my stamina while, if you guys want to have a quick look around to see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Actually, I'm going to take 10 as well.
I will say that your investigation of this room will count as your 10-minute break.
Hell yes.
Awesome.
That makes me happy.
Narratively, I don't like the idea that you guys are just sitting.
Yeah.
Staring at
Oh, she's taking hostage? Give us a bit.
All right.
Okay.
I want to make a perception check, Dane. Look around the room, see what's here.
Before we get going, you guys did rest, which means you do get to roll for Jenny's daily ability as well.
Ooh, thank you for reminding me.
Yes, of course. Can you remind Ryan what that ability was real quick?
Yep. So you roll a d4, and I will tell you what ability you get.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, no worries, man. I got you.
I got Rocker Inspiration.
Cool.
I
So
got a
for-
2.
I got a 3.
Okay, great. So, Niall, you got Rocker Inspiration. That's gain a +5 on any roll before you roll, or a +2 after you roll. Merrick, you got 2.
Yes.
Thick skin.
Thick Skin, you heal 3d6 plus your level of stamina points.
Sick. I can do that whenever I want.
Whenever you want. And Terry, you get Practice Makes Perfect. Treat the next skill check you roll as a 10.
Ooh, okay. All right, that's pretty awesome. All right.
I believe that's the one you got last time, too.
It was. I do remember this.
Yes, well, we forgot to do it when you rested last episode, so I wanted to make sure you did it this time.
Cool.
Fabulous. So if I was an evil scientist with a secret room to go back and forth, obviously the Blink Fox could have been a way out, or he used the Blink Fox
I hope it
as
isn't.
a way to design something that works. So maybe the Blink Fox was the base for something in this room that works like a Blink Fox.
I'm going to aid one of the other boys' perceptions with my 16.
Okay.
I will percept the shit out of this room, Dane.
Yeah, I'm going to percept some shit too.
I
have a 23.
I have a 19.
Okay, well, Merrick, with the help of Cody, you guys do a very, very thorough search of the room. And you find one of the bookcases that hasn't been torn off the wall has a button under one of the shelves.
Of course.
I will say, combined with Durrin's perception, that is enough to sort of see everything that this room has to hide from you. You also find, while you rummage around, Durrin, a data pad that is under some of the debris.
Ooh, let's look up that internet history real quick.
It is currently locked.
Damn it.
You also find, while you and Merrick are going through the room, Cody, you find a stack of magazines that have been cut up. And finally, you notice that on the desk that Nitlin was sitting at with all the teeth, the terminal is actually in working order as well.
I'm getting some weird Bioshock vibes, boys.
The get the information thing was from a bunch of cut up magazines, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Durrin, do you want to access this terminal just to see?
Yeah, I'm just... I'll take a look at it. Want me to do a computers check?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right.
Are you doing the terminal or the datapad?
Datapad was... Oh, did you want me to do the...
Terminal's in the room.
First?
Datapad we can take with us, so we may as well do the terminal first.
We'll do the terminal first. I got a 15.
That is not enough.
I mean,
That's fine.
I can try again, but I don't
Yeah,
know how Dane wants to do it.
Well,
Yes, there's no countermeasures on this, so you can try as many times as you'd like.
Oh,
My computers worked really well when I was working on the keypad when you guys were performing in the Voltaire's gallery. So Cody's just going to tap a few buttons.
Agree.
That's a 21.
Look at this computer savant coming
I
in.
have a 4 in computers. I'm very proud of it.
You push Durrin aside and just sort of slam the keyboard a little bit, like Hacker Man in a movie style, just.
I've definitely seen it in a movie, and that's exactly why I'm doing it.
Probably hackers.
Yes. And on the screen, it flashes access granted, and it opens up a directory of sorts.
No, I want to let you know that because Durrin's impressed, so you're now the computer guy in his mind.
I'm the computer guy in my mind, too. Honestly, like, the nat 20 I got with that keypad, it's just like, Cody's like, I'm good at computers.
Man, he's high on life right now.
Yeah, I like take the seat. Like, what's this list?
I'll just summarize a lot of it. It's pretty easy to digest. It's pretty clear and well laid out. You can see Gregerton's experiments on Nitlin and sort of the record that he was keeping on using a person to splice with animal DNA. And this seems to be what his focus has been on for roughly the past 4 months.
Why in the world? Why didn't we just assume it was Gregerton? Like, of course, the scientist who can move space, and of course he was the bad guy. It's so silly. We should have just put him in handcuffs.
I was very suspicious of him.
I think it's just too easy to trust ducks sometimes.
That goddamn voice.
On top of that, it seems like Nitlin has died several times during the process and was revived in order to continue testing.
How?
Magic.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if there was like an item or something in the...
No. It seems to be magic.
Okay. Can we then infer that Gregerton is a certain type of mage?
It doesn't look like it was like magic cast. It seems like it was like magic items used.
Okay.
Like serums.
Cool.
On top of that, it seems like the scans of Nitlin's body show progressive signs of tolerance to the process. So the first time it was like catastrophic failure on all fronts. And it seems by the end of it that Gregerton has found a way to, for the most part, stabilize this process.
Okay. Do we have anything about the Sarkeesians on here and or anything about Mazo?
There doesn't seem to be anything about Mazo, but there is a email from Gregerton to a blocked address. But that person's name it's signed by someone known as Cadrical's Eyes.
Cadrical?
Cadrical. Kadrical. Cadrical's Eyes.
Does that mean anything to you guys? Especially looking at Durrin with all his assassiny knowledge.
You'll actually have to roll me a mysticism check.
Oh, shit.
I will also accept a culture check.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
I have not put anything in culture or mysticism, so this isn't me.
Boys, I'm definitely going to beef it when we get into combat, but that's a 22.
Don't bring
I
that
have a
energy.
19 culture, but yeah, go with the 22. Holy moly,
Okay.
Cody.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys know this isn't really that hard of a check because it is a major god, or at least one that is fairly well known. Cadrical is known as the Covetous Protector. He is the god of collections, order, and preservation. Long ago, Cadrical settled in the Scoured star system and adopted its inhabitants. He was determined to fill his domain with loyal followers and then preserve them and their legacies for all time. His influence brought order and prosperity, and he resented anything that disrupted his carefully cultivated domain, especially interstellar visitors who periodically threatened his charges. To shield his people, Cadrical encapsulated the entire trinary star system in an impenetrable barrier, preventing anyone from invading or leaving. Over millennia, Cadrical lapsed into a sleep-like torpor, and his divine shield slowly faded. After generations of well-intentioned imprisonment, many of his followers eagerly fled their overbearing patron. Since waking, Cadrical has made it his business to sort of entice people back into his protection.
With what?
Just like sending out like priests and stuff.
Okay.
Like there's just a conversion. There's no like sinister plot or anything. He's known as a fairly jealous god, but that seems to be whoever this person is that Gregerton is talking to. Cadrical seems to be the icon that he is attaching himself to.
Okay. And does the email detail what they want? Like, is it just a signature we see, or do we see any kind of like back and forth?
Gregerton, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of back and forth. Gregerton seems to be sending a lot of the details of his progress to this person. At one point in time, Gregerton makes a request that he gets some phalanx drones for protection and specifically asks for phalanx.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder if this god wants people who are long-lived or a way for its subjects to be everlasting in the way that it seems to want this weird kingdom.
I don't know. In my experience, people who act so fanatically in the name of a god are doing it for their own benefits instead of who they're pretending to serve.
Don't they often still get that benefits from that god anyway?
Anyway, we'll get to the bottom of this after we deal with Gregerton. So download any evidence that we can, and we should get going before anything happens to Ross. We'll take the data pad with us, and we'll have a look afterwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the data pad to Cody. I'm like, hey, you're clearly way better at this than I am.
Well, I wouldn't see. I learned a lot from you, but yeah, here. It's a 16.
No, your magic has worn off.
I feel like I find it hard because there are no buttons. So I'm like just tapping the screen.
Yes, yeah. It's difficult to mash a keyboard when there is no keyboard.
I'm just like, I think it's busted.
Take it with us. We'll try to get it fixed.
I give it back to Durrin.
I just toss it out on the way out.
Please don't.
No, I don't. That was a joke.
Before we leave, Cody's going to be like, okay, guys, we're outnumbered here, and those guys are kind of mean. So I'm thinking tactics.
Seal off that section of the base and flood it?
Oh, no. Ross, also a duck, probably pretty good in water. But I'm thinking this. Durrin, you're dead. You died fighting Nitlin. Oh, no. We're very sad. Merrick, you're also a professor back home. You understand what he's going through. I'll be quiet. You lie to him, we get close. Durrin does shoots.
All right, Cody. I'm on board.
He's just beaming and looking from one to the other.
I does shoot real well, so.
Merrick pulls out a pair of glasses he always keeps in his pocket that look like just round professor-style glasses, and he puts them on his face.
I feel like you're pretty good at talking, and people who are big into stuff, like say certain movies, they like to talk about them. So he likes to talk about being a professor. Durrin's very sneaky. We can say he got killed by Nitlin.
Yeah, no, I like it, Cody. Good. Let's mix it up for once.
Yeah, we still need to figure out a way out of this room, right?
Yeah, I pushed the button on the bookcase.
Yes, and when you do, the bookcase hisses for a second, and a small burst of dust hisses out from the cracks that now appear as the bookcase slides into the wall and then off to the side, revealing a small service tunnel.
Let's start going.
Let's go.
Okay. When we start to get close, I'll camo up.
Cool. You guys end up climbing up a ladder into where there's a small hatch, and as you push it open, you are lifting a false rock in the ground of the rainforest as you enter back into the biome proper.
I am so upset this isn't behind the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's like Dane did it on purpose to make us upset.
I know. I guarantee you the first notes was behind waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see your original notes, Dane.
We need evidence.
It's just a page that says, fuck those guys.
So yeah, same plan. We'll go with Cody's idea. When we get closer to Gregerton, Durrin, you drop behind us and keep in the shadows.
Give me a signal when I should take the shot.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. It'll be very obvious.
Well, I could just yell, academia, and like shake my fist at the sky.
I'm just gonna say take the shot really loud.
Oh man, that's one hell of a signal.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Your passport pings back online once you get out of the lab. So you're welcome to travel to other biomes to get around. You still have to sort of like enter into the facility to get to the Menagerie because it's not a biome or on the passport, but you know that the Mazo Botanical Gardens are the closest, or is the closest biome.
Okay, let's go to the gardens.
Okay.
You get there, and if you want to exit, you can do that, and you'd be like a couple feet away from the Menagerie door.
Okay.
Yeah, as we sort of are walking through the Mazo Botanical Gardens, I just want to look at Cody and reaffirm him when we have the chance. We will get to the bottom of this whole Mazo thing, okay?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I feel like something really evil's going on over there.
I think the answer is something really evil's going on everywhere, Cody. So we'll get to one evil at a time.
Yeah. It wigs me out being here. It just looks so familiar.
We'll come back before we leave.
Cody, give me a perception check.
Oh, God. Well, that's an 8.
Yep, nope, you don't see anything.
Well, wait, I have my Ion Stone. Is it one off?
Believe it or not, the DC is not 9. No.
9 is the grossest DC. Nothing is DC 9.
I know. Damn it. Okay, well,
That's the worst feeling in the world, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Guess we'll never know.
We'll come back maybe someday.
Cody goes, "Hey, Durrin, take a look around. See if you can..." No.
Turns in the shadows.
Remember, I died.
Who said that?
You get out into the halls of the Ark facility, and in front of you, a purple blur comes running past you, and it is the Blinks that
wave
you
at it.
freed.
Hi, friend.
Oh,
Howdy. Okay, it just kept going.
Yes, it's running from door to door, and
Oh, it's looking for the other Blinks.
It's looking for its mate.
Yeah.
and scratches at one of the
shit.
doors, and is just like. And when it can't get in, it teleports to the next door. But it seems to sort of take a lot of energy to do that. And when it sees you, it teleports away entirely.
wait, is Gregerton's lab nearby?
You were
It's
right by
a
it,
couple
right?
doors down, yeah.
And that's not where the hostage situation is, right?
It is.
That is where the hostage situation is.
Shit, never mind. Okay.
Let's leave the door open, and maybe it can get its mate in the middle of the chaos. That could also provide us a moment. You guys ready?
Let's do this.
I will activate my cloaking field.
Okay.
I will open the door.
All right. Well, then, first things first, Durrin, I need a stealth check from you. Because there is only one door, so if you want to get into this room, you still have to walk through it.
Oh, I think I'm going to use my practice makes perfect and just keep it at my stealth at 30.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay. You guys enter the room, and you see a fairly tense standoff. Scrab Hornscale is standing there with a gun drawn, pointed at 5 Sarkeesian mercenaries who have formed a fairly loose perimeter around Gregerton, who is currently inside that square, clear plastic cage that the Blinks was in, and the Blinks is lying at his feet. And then in another cage is Dr. Ross, who is dangled in another one of those plastic cages above a tank of large electric eels.
Oh, God. I will note we leave the door open in case the Blinks decides to join the fray.
Cool. And you see Sylvia, the very, very sick guard, is even here. And despite she still looks like shit, she is laser focused with guns drawn as well. And there's about 5 or 6 other security officers here.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Did we miss anything?
Hornscale, without breaking eye contact, says, it's nice of you guys to show up. We could use a little backup, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for the sass. We just lost one of our friends while killing the monster that was run rampant in your space station.
You see his aim waver a little bit, his gun drops slightly, and he says, shit, I'm sorry.
It
The
happens.
little one.
Yeah, the little one.
Yeah, the big heart.
So, Gregerton, why are you in a cage?
Gregerton looks down at you and he says, I'm not in a cage, you fool. This is a protective cube. You can't do a thing to me while I'm here. I hold all the cards.
Do you, Gregerton?
Well, as far as I know, the only reason you're here is for Dr. Ross to look at your little silver liquid. And wouldn't it be a shame if Dr. Ross went for a little swim?
You're right, because then the only thing keeping me away from your throat would be gone. Would make my job nice and easy.
Well, thankfully, I've employed a certain amount of defense here that would buy me more than enough time to escape, and you would be left with nothing.
Seems like less than you had previously employed.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the other.
There's been a few casualties, but if you're to be telling the truth, I would say you've also suffered a few casualties.
Fuck you, Duck.
Gregerton, I am
Too soon.
so furious, grieving, and angry as photon mode goes across Merrick's skin that I just want to burn you alive and sit down and eat you when you're done cooking at an appropriate temperature.
Can you give me a bluff check and an intimidation check?
Yes.
He is probably pretty angry still, and maybe
kinda fucked up.
he is hungry.
My bluff is 18,
Okay.
and my intimidate is going to be 22.
Okay, cool. He seems to buy you. He seems to believe you're your lie that Durrin is dead. And he says, "Listen, gentlemen, I have no personal qualms with you. This is all just business. If you simply hand over the silver liquid, we can be on our way. No one gets hurt."
Why do you want
the liquid, Gregerton? You don't even know what it does.
"Exactly. I'm a man of science."
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
This is bad negotiation. You say the thing we need is Dr. Ross, which is true. But we need Dr. Ross if we have the liquid. So you need to sweeten the pot.
Well, yes, the pot is you all don't die.
Oh, that's not an option here. It's not will we die, it's how much I will get hurt today before I kill the rest of your friends there.
I'm going to roll a perception check. So, just again, we have the 2 cubes, one with Blinks, one with Gregerton.
No, so Gregerton... Oh, yes. Gregerton is in the same one as the Blinks.
Oh, in the same cube as the Blinks. It's just lying there. Okay.
It's lying there, and it doesn't seem to be moving.
Okay. And then we have a cage, or is it another cube for Ross?
It's another cube for Ross.
And is it suspended by like a chain or something?
Yes, there is like a mechanical industrial winch that is currently suspending it.
My next question is, if it's a protection cube, would the eels even be a thing that bothers them or bothers Dr. Ross?
It looks like any side of the cube can open. So it would be assumed that it would open the bottom and dunk her in.
I want to... And how far is it from me to the cube that she's in?
I'd say probably about like 60 feet.
Okay.
You want to get us closer? Should we get us closer?
We need to get closer. I want to just perception to see if there is some kind of like control panel that I can figure out where there's a way to either like close the container of eels or release one of the cubes, something like that.
And how many Sarkeesian mercs are in this room right now?
5, right?
5.
Okay, 5.
That you can see.
Fuck off.
Fucker.
Why you do this to me?
So I'm just going to roll perception. That's balls. That's a 10.
No, I mean, you can see a bank of computers where he was working when you came to talk to him. You know that there is like that workstation, but in terms of specific terminals and controls and what they do, you have no idea.
Perfect. Hacker man.
I'm going to put 2 hands in the air, and I'm just going to slowly walk forward. All right, Gregerton, I'm sorry. I just love Durrin so much, okay? I'm just on edge.
Such a big heart. I walk up beside them.
The second you guys start moving forward, the Sarkeesian mercs split their attention pretty evenly between the security and you guys. Like, you feel the shift in focus.
I'm just coming over with the liquid, all right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just bringing it over.
And they sort of like wait, and the one of the mercs takes a cautious step forward, and with his gun still trained on you, holds out his hand.
Showtime!
Academia!
What the fuck am I taking the shot at, boys?
Okay,
It's up to
so
you, I guess.
Durrin, you're getting a surprise round.
Okay, cool.
Everyone roll for initiative.
How far are we from the pool?
We got closer. So we got 30 feet closer? They were 30 feet away from us?
I will say you guys got 20 feet closer.
Okay.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? No, I'll say 30. I'll say he met you guys in the middle.
Okay.
What'd you all get?
That is a nat 20 for 27 initiative.
Poof.
Okay, 27 for Cody. Merrick, what'd you get?
24.
Durrin?
I got a 27.
Oh my god, we're so fast.
Hell yeah,
both got
boys.
27.
Hell yeah.
Weird, they rolled the same initiative too. Durrin, you get your surprise round. I will say the second that this happens, 4 of the mercs fly past you and engage the security forces. There's only currently 1 mercenary, the one who is holding out his hand, that is with you guys.
Oh, okay.
I'll take him. You guys try to save Ross.
Interesting. Okay.
But as of right now, he is the only target that you can see that is you can shoot.
I don't like how you said that, but I'd be metagaming if I tried to do a perception roll right now. So, I am going to...
Well,
yeah.
you know you have been previously accosted by a sniper.
That's true.
Do not think it is metagamey if you do want to do a check.
Okay. If you're comfortable with me doing a check, I'll do a check. I would like to do a perception check. Because I feel like Durrin would be like... He's probably way more aware than Terry is.
You've also been in sniper fights before, so...
Yeah.
There's also no way you, as a hidden assassin, weren't scanning the room while you were waiting.
That's true.
Yes.
18.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Okay. So I'm going to use my surprise. Oh fuck! It's a surprise round, so it's just one action, right?
Yes, a standard action or a move action.
Showtime.
I know.
Academia!
And actually, you know what, Durrin? I'm going to give you the opportunity. You can tell me where you are right now, because we didn't really talk about that. So I'm going to give you a moment during their time talking.
Okay.
Where would you have positioned yourself? So the way that the Menagerie works is, think of like, do you remember the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
So it's just a bunch of various size cages and biomes. Also think like a mix between the Collector and like the Natural History Museum in New York, or a museum, right? So a bunch of cages that have all like individual biomes or settings or whatever, and they're all over the place. There's some that are suspended. There's some that are on like tracks to be moved around. So there is verticality in this room, and a bunch of different areas that you can be. So you let me know where Durrin would go.
Okay. In my mind, if there was a panel nearby where Gregerton and Dr. Ross are, I think he would have slowly started to make his way over to that.
What do you mean by panel?
Like control panel for the cubes.
So you guys don't know where those would be.
Okay. Then never mind. All right. We'll say Durrin was positioning himself on one of the cubes, on top of one of the cubes. Not Gregerton Ross. It's just one of them. Kind of keeping an eye line on everything around, training his scope on the situation. If there was any others, hoping the cube of Gregerton would have opened and he could have taken a shot. But it's showtime, so he points the rifle at the one mercenary that is available to fire upon and takes a shot.
Cool. So I will say for game terms, I'll say you're about 20 feet up in the air.
Okay. Sounds good. Natural 1.
I
don't lie about my dice rolls. Natural 1.
You take a shot off, and unfortunately, with Merrick and Cody moving forward, they get a little too close, and Merrick reaching out, and both Cody yelling academia and Merrick doing a dramatic flourish to say it's showtime, it ruins your shot. So you have to sort of pull to the left in order not to hit them.
Okay. Thank you for giving me some dignity for this natural 1. I appreciate it.
That's our fault.
And it is now you're visible, and I'm going to say that you're going to take a penalty to stealth on your next turn.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Since you have attracted a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
But it is now your real turn.
Or maybe when you said, wait, who do I shoot? It was actually Durrin.
Okay, I'm going to use my trick attack, but with stealth. But I'm gonna the way I'm gonna do is hop from one cube to another, and kind of maybe a stealthier, hidden way.
Okay, yeah, try to switch up position. Cool. I'm gonna give you a -2 on this check.
That's totally. Oh, hey, there we go. That's the rolls I need. Without the -2, it'd be a 39, so 37.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. As I jump between, swapping to my pistol, taking another shot at the fucking merc. He is flat-footed for this attack, and I have a 16.
This is EAC?
EAC.
That is enough.
Oh, fuck yes. Oh.
But you feel like you just got it.
Oh, man. So my rifle damage, or not my rifle, sorry, my gun damage is 8 plus 11 damage. And I will say they are flat-footed. He's flat-footed for everyone.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, fortitude save, please.
Well, can you do that? Is it either flat-footed or stagger, or can you do both?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Because I have debilitating trick, which makes it so I can make the target flat-footed for everyone.
Okay.
And then I have staggering shot, which is...
fuck it. We'll say it works. Fortitude save. Ooh, that's a 10, which I assume isn't going to do it.
Damn. Yeah, the creature is staggered for a round.
Yeah, you hop over onto the next cage, and grabbing onto the cable and swinging around, you manage to clip him in his quad, and his leg buckles underneath him. Cody, it is your turn.
You've got this?
I've got this.
So the pit above which Dr. Ross is dangling, is that floor level?
No, it is a tank about 10 feet tall and probably 40 by 40.
And she's in the middle?
She's dangling over the middle of it. Think of like a big aquarium tank, essentially.
Mhm.
No, is the tank made of glass, Dane?
It looks like it.
Okay. Is there like a gangway around? Like, is there like steps up? Or
No. There's other like cages that you could probably get to and around. And I will also say, there's like a rolling ladder or like rolling like staircase that like, the airports kind of use.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one of those that you can use to like get over, but it would be like a move action to like move it and then a move action to go up it.
Okay. Well, then that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move action, like run to the rolling steps and like wheel them up to the side and get to the top.
Okay. Yeah. So you are now at the top of this aquarium tank. Inside, you can see that there are 3 of these large, almost shark-sized electric eels swimming around, and the water is crackling with electricity.
Perfect. I'm like, I look at Ross and I give her like 2 thumbs up.
She nervously gives you a nod. Merrick, it is your turn.
All right.
There is a staggered, flat-footed mercenary in front of you.
I'm going to try to make 2 attacks.
Okay, he's not flat-footed, he's just staggered. I get to pick one when the attack works, so staggered is the one we're going to go with.
So he's not flat-footed. There's a staggered mercenary in front of you.
Okay, my first one is 10.
No.
Okay, my second one is much better. 8, 9, 10, 24.
Yes.
All right, so Merrick forms his Solarium Blade from his little floaty ball, and he's going to do 25 points of damage.
Damn, okay.
It's 1-on-1, bucko.
A smile creeps across his face, and he says, "Is it?" As a red laser appears on your chest.
2v1, now it's finally even.
A shot from above in one of the rafters of the Menagerie rings out and echoes through the lab at you, Merrick. That is a natural 20.
Oof, okay.
I did a bad job on the rolling. That is 21 points of fire damage.
That's a bad job?
For a crit, yeah. But he does get his sniper damage as well. So another 7 points of precision damage. And you are going to be flat-footed for the rest of this turn.
That's fine.
And I will give you all a perception check to see if you can tell where that shot came from.
Okay.
Remember,
22.
he doesn't get the plus 10 to this check, by the way.
19.
12.
Okay.
Cool.
Did you all give it to me? I only heard 2.
22, 19, and 12.
None of you could tell it's up in the rafters somewhere, but you're not sure where. Now the staggered merc, he's going to he uses his move action to draw a sword, and that is all he can do because he is staggered.
Nice.
Now it is Gregerton's turn, and he looks at the ensuing chaos of his current hostage situation as the security forces engage the mercs behind you, and you are now currently engaged with the remaining mercenaries, including the unseen sniper above. Gregerton looks at you, Cody, and says, "Just what do you think you're doing?" As he presses a button, and all of the cages in the menagerie begin shifting and moving. As he's activated his
Trap card
controls to move the cages from place to place. So you hear the lab come alive with whirring and crane sounds, and like there are flashing yellow lights to let you know that something is moving overhead. And now there's like a rhinoceros in a cage goes overhead, and lions are sort of being shuffled through you. And now every cage is moving independently in different directions. Hello, Space GM Dane here to do the things. First and foremost, we hope you're enjoying this week's episode. Second, there are 2 things I'd like to talk about. 1, very big news. 2, something I talk about every week. First, and more importantly, I would like to talk about the fact that we have been nominated for Favorite Tabletop RPG Podcast of 2022. We would like to put out a huge thank you for those of you who nominated us. It's insane. People we are on this list with are kind of nuts. Some shows that I'm a huge fan of. We're up against people like Dungeons and Daddies, Glass Cannon, Not Another D&D Podcast. Crazy things. An incredible list to be a part of, and we are eternally grateful for those of you who nominated us. If you'd like to help us out, I have included a link in the episode description to the poll where you can go and vote. It's actually incredibly easy. All you have to do is sign in, but you can do that with pretty much any social media account with like one click. Vote for No Quest for the Wicked, and you are done. As I mentioned, just being on this list is an insane thing for all of us. We're all kind of, just flabbergasted to the point where I'm using words like flabbergasted. But I know I've said this like 100 times already, but we can't thank you guys enough. It's an incredible way to start 2023. We couldn't be happier, and we would love to win. But again, just being nominated is an incredible honor. And second, I would like to invite you to join our little family on our Discord. You can do it very easily by heading over to noquestcast.com. Click the Discord link, you'll be welcomed in, and you will be met with a loving embrace from our community. And you can do fun things, such as sharing pictures of your adorable pets. You can share your fan theories. If you have drawn a picture, you can share your fan art. Or you can just shoot the shit and share ridiculous memes in the general chat with us. We are okay with all of these things. Once again, head on over to noquestcast.com, click the Discord link, join in, and we would love to have you. The community is incredible, and I can't imagine having you as part of it would change that one bit. It would only make us even better. So thank you for listening. We will see you in 2 weeks. We hope you enjoy this very wild episode.
Now, has the cage with the eels stayed put?
That seems to stay put because that seems specifically to, if it moves, there's no more threat to Ross.
Hey, I was hoping. But that doesn't move me.
You have to tell me where I end up.
No, yes, Durrin, you are currently now, the one you're on is moving. And we won't worry too much about positioning, but I will say if you stay on this too long, your shots will either be blocked or you'll be out of range. And unfortunately, as these cages are moving, two of them collide with one another. And the room, with all the noises, another noise is added to the chorus, and it is the buzzing of a swarm of hornets.
Oh, God.
Why?
As one of the tanks cracks open and a wasp nest crashes to the ground. The bees begin swarming you.
Not the bees!
The bees!
Killing me won't bring back your goddamn honey.
What the fuck? What is that from?
That's from The Wicker Man. The bees.
The Wicker Man. The bees.
I don't
the bees.
remember. I remember the bees. I don't remember the honey one. All right.
You all take 7 points of fire and piercing damage.
Now, do the bad guys also?
Yes, they do.
I'll take it. It's become a contest of who can outlast the bees. We can win this.
That just feels like a sunburn.
Unfortunately, these bees do die when they sting.
Okay. Well, that's plan B out the window.
God damn it. Durrin, it's your turn. For you, I'm going to need either acrobatics or an athletics check to keep a sort of like line on whoever you're trying to hit.
All right, we're gonna do an acrobatics for that one then. I got a 35.
Yeah, more than enough. So I'll give you the option. You can either stay sort of more or less on this vertical plane or like horizontal plane and stay in range of the mercenary on the ground, or you can attempt to get on a cage that's going up and see if you can't locate the sniper.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want.
Okay, so you are currently on a cage with a bunch of like toucan-looking birds, and you see a smaller cage going up with what looks like kind of like hamsters, and you hop on this smaller cage, and it begins lifting you up.
Hell yeah. I wish to activate my my mirror image.
Okay. Just to roll.
Yeah, I think it's similar to standard mirror image. But before we do that, I rolled a 4 on my D4, so we'll I'll look that up real quick. But I want to do a perception check to see if I can see the fucker.
Yeah, and you know what? I will give you a +2 bonus on this because you're now getting closer to his level.
With the +2, I have an 18.
Not good enough, unfortunately.
Yep, I'm rolling real low, man. So there are currently 5 Durrins right now.
Damn. Okay. So I'm going to say that they're like, as you activate it, they appear on like some of the other cages that are moving around. So there's now like Durrins just sort of like hopping from cage to cage to cage, making it difficult to tell which one you actually are.
I love it.
Boys, if this got animated, it would look real fucking cool right now.
No, the imagery-wise is real badass.
All I'm saying.
Cody, it's your turn.
Okay. Is it possible for me to like use my grappler to get the cage and like hang there with the intention that if the cage drops, I can grab Ross?
As in you're going to like hang underneath it, or you're going to just attach to it and wait?
I'm going to attach to it and like hang right underneath attach to the chain, hang underneath the box, like right at the entrance, and like if it opens, I just scoop her.
Yes, you can.
Or if you'd prefer, I could attach the grappler and then ready in action to like swing and grab her if possible.
No, I will say you can like shoot it, attach it to the side of the cube, and then like hang onto the side so that if the bottom opens, you can. But you'd have to tell me what side of the cube you're attaching to.
See, I wanted to attach it to the chain it's hanging from because you did state that various sides could open, and I don't want to attach to something that'll just drop me.
Damn it! Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you would have to if you're up there, you would have to get underneath the cube to grab her. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's why I want to like imagine I connect, I go up most of the way, and I like dangle a little bit just underneath.
Now I don't want to be a stickler for rules, but I don't know if you can. I think
partially
the grappler
retract
retracts. Yes.
Okay, well, how about I just connect it and then I prepare an action to swing and grab her if she gets dropped.
Okay, I will allow that. That makes sense.
Okay.
But you are going to have to give me an attack roll because it is a smaller object.
All right, that's a 15.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
That's pretty much, if it was a natural one, we would be in trouble, but you're good. Yes, you connect it to the top part of the winch where it connects to the cage, and you pretty handily secure it to that part. And now you are tethered to the cage.
And I will ready a swinging action.
Okay.
And I will also, as a swift action, tap my bangles together.
Cool. Merrick, it is your turn. The Sarkisian mercenary is in front of you. He's pulled out his like chainsaw blade, and it is now, you can smell the gasoline coming from it as the blade revs up.
Okay. So this healing ability I got for the day, is that a move action, a swift action, or a standard action to use?
It is a standard action.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm just going to attack this guy. Just one attack just to make sure I can hit.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Ugh,
Ooh.
beautiful.
Okay. Hit this boy.
He's going to hopefully explode. So that's going to be 53 damage, Dane.
Good Christ.
Sorry, 55.
This guy looks like he's hanging on by a fucking thread. How do you hit this guy?
Yeah, so like first hit, he brings out his sword, and I think Merrick, being experienced, just sort of like I assume a chainsaw blade doesn't give you the best defensive maneuvers. So I sort of just slip underneath his like potential guard, and he looks down, and his chest is just wide open, and there's blood spewing.
Yeah, he's like clutching his midsection, trying to like keep his guts from spilling out. He's made of grit, and he's still going.
Merrick looks over at the lions and says, "They can smell blood. They'll be coming to feast on your flesh soon."
He opens his mouth in an attempt to have a witty comeback, but instead just blood pours out, and he's like, it is his turn, and he is going to attempt to attack you. That is a 19 against KAC, and you are flat-footed.
That would do it.
Okay. 11 points of slashing damage.
11? Okay.
Yeah, and that is his turn. Gregorton uses some combat banter and says, "Would one of you deal with the stupid robot?" And he points at you, Cody.
Hey.
And you feel the beam, sniper beam, shift its focus to you and then to your grappler.
Cody just says, fuck.
And it's going to try to shoot the grappling hook or the cable.
Don't love that.
That's not good.
You know what? I rolled like shit, and it's a 14. And I'm going to say from that range with how thin that cable is, I'm going to say that misses as a bullet splashes into the electric eel tank.
I feel like Cody's just moving it like,
You're just shaking it back and forth.
Yeah.
The cage begins swaying, and Dr. Ross is trying to keep her balance inside of it.
How much is it swaying?
Not much. It's it's on a winch.
Yeah.
So it's more of it's kind of like when you shake a Ferris wheel cart. It's not going to go anywhere, but you're getting some movement.
I'm still giving her the thumbs up with my other hand.
That is the Merc's turn. And Gregerton looks and says, all right, this is getting ridiculous. And he presses another button, and 2 pucks drop from the ceiling, these like small orange pucks, and begin expanding, and 2 of the phalanx drones appear.
Do they look the same as the ones we fought?
Yes. I'm going to roll initiative for them because they've added into the fight, and it is their turn. One of them begins moving over and climbing up the stairs to you, Cody. I will say that used pretty much his whole turn, so he's just on the steps below you, and says, stop. You are not authorized to be here.
You're not authorized to be here.
The other one, it begins sort of like rocket jumping from cage to cage on its way to you, Durrin.
Okay, fun.
And Durrin, it's your turn. You now look down as you're riding up this hamster cage at this orange phalanx drone, hopping from cage to cage, slowly making its way up to you from below. But you are, I'm going to say you are now pretty much almost at the top of the lab. So you now see this sort of like rafter situation.
Like my main priority is trying to get to that sniper wherever the fuck he is. So I'm going to do another perception.
Okay.
Hopefully I roll above 10. There we go. That's a little better. 22.
Okay, let me. He rolled in at 20.
Son of a bitch.
You get up here and you hear like junk, 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 junk on the grated metal, and when you look over, there's no one. And then behind you, you hear another junk, 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 and you keep trying to follow these footsteps, but every time you turn around, they're gone.
All right, since I saw my actions, I am going to use my my trick attack on the drone that's coming up behind me.
Yes, behind or underneath, you can hear
underneath.
Stop! You shouldn't be up there.
My stealth is a 31.
Yes.
As I make my laser rifle attack on him, and I got another 16. It is flat-footed for this attack, by the way.
I think that's enough. Where is this AC? Yep, that is enough.
Because I know it's a robot, I'm not going to do staggering on it, but I am going to do off-target, so it takes a -2 on attacks.
Okay.
Let's do the damage.
What kind of energy damage is this?
Electric.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, fire. It's a Corona rifle. It's a Corona laser pistol. It's fire. I got a little excited. That is a 7 points of damage on the standard rifle damage.
Okay.
And then we got 18 on the fucking trick attack damage. Hell yeah.
Okay. You line up a very good shot, and it's jumping in sort of a really predictable pattern of just kind of ping-ponging back and forth, and you wait for it to land and manage to just score a really good shot on its casing, and a big chunk of it gets blown off, and Merrick, you see a bit of the plating hit the ground beside you. Cody, it is your turn. There is a phalanx drone right beside you.
Well, shit. All the things I set up are now useless.
I will let you fight this drone and maintain your grapple if you take the grapple condition.
Sure. I just won't be able to ready an action then.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I will, I guess, punch it. Actually, I'm going to try to bull rush it, like knock it just away from me.
Okay, cool. I will say if you're successful here, it will fall down the stairs and take some damage.
Perfect. Yeah, I just kind of want to like kick it off effectively. Well, that's probably not going to do it. That is 21.
No, KC plus 8, that won't do it.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, that's me.
You put your boot, and it just sort of like grabs onto the railings and just takes the kick to the chest and says, no.
Now, can I ready a move action to swing?
I'll allow it. I don't think you can, but I'll allow it.
All right.
Merrick, it's your turn. There is a mercenary in front of you who's...
would 6 bleed would have killed him? Because I forgot to add my bleed damage last time.
Yeah. Well, actually, hold on.
Doesn't the bleed happen on his turn?
Yeah. There's a DC too if you want to roll the DC.
Yes. What's the DC?
16 fortitude.
He doesn't make it, so I'm going to say he just bleeds out in front of you this round.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's got 1 HP.
Oh, good. Oof.
So he raises his blade, and just something important tears, and whatever was holding him together just gives up, and he just unravels in front of you. His guts spill out, and he just hits the fucking ground in a pool of blood.
Fantastic. Okay, so right now, Durrin is somewhere off to the side on some moving cages trying to have a sniper fight.
Yes, he's up above you.
Cody is in front of me by a tank, and a drone is attacking him.
Yes.
Gregerton is in a box in a protective cube by himself.
Correct.
And then the mercs are fighting other stuff.
Yes.
And there's a sniper somewhere in the rafters, and we don't know where yet.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Cody, I'm coming.
All right, get this fucking robot off me.
I'm going to move up closer to the tank. Is there a way that I can set off my distant solar flare in a way that will only hit the robot?
Yeah. I'll say so.
Merrick points up in the air. If I could also try to get some of the rafters in this blast too, to maybe accidentally get the sniper. Okay.
Unless your fucking range is like 100 feet.
Okay, because I can make it go 30 feet up, and the radius is 20. So there's some math, but not that much.
Can he also get an eel or two?
No, not without getting breaking the tank wide open, I think.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I would say if you want to get an eel, you would get Cody as well.
Yeah, no. Can't do that. I need a reflex save from the drone, please.
Okay. Damn, that's another nat 20.
Well, he's going to take half damage.
Okay.
As he takes 12 points of damage as an eruption happens in the air on top of him.
Okay. Yes, your solar flare explodes. Cody, you feel the heat of the Kasathan desert scorch your face a little bit as it blows up right beside you. And it is... Well, that Mercury is dead, so it is the sniper's turn. It's going to try to take another shot at the cable that you have, Cody. That is a 19, and I'm going to say that is enough to... No, sorry, that's a 30.
Wow, a 30? Probably not going to hit.
I was looking at the wrong stat block. Yeah, I'm going to say that does it. How much HP does it have? Do you have that?
It has 20 HP and a hardness of 5.
Okay.
Now, can you trick attack a cable? Because it can't be surprised. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. He's not trick attacking. He's just doing regular damage. So the first, I rolled a 5 and an 8. So 5 gets canceled out. So that is 13 points of damage as a bullet pierces your cable and you see it fray. And your arm sort of like yanks back a little bit as the tension is released. You almost, you grab onto the side of the railing and you can feel that your cable, if it takes another hit like that, will break.
Look at Gregor. I'm like, just drop her. What are you doing?
Well, that wouldn't make much sense now, would it?
Coward. I knew you were never going to do it. Professors never have the grit.
You see Ross be like, well, I would maybe let's all be careful with our words that we're saying right now.
Academics are cowards.
I will give you a chance, Durrin, to get another perception check on the shot.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a way better roll. I got a 27.
You see him.
Oh, thank fuck.
He's finally taking a break of moving around. And now that you're pretty much on the rafters with him, the gunshot makes it obvious where he is. And after he takes his shot, he looks up and you guys lock eyes and he retrains his gun at you.
That's fine. He has 5 of me to attack, all right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. As the rest of you join on the rafters, there's now 5 Durrins sort of like scampering around.
It's
Dear
funny
God.
because like the image of just like looking up and having Durrin clock you, terrifying. But the image of looking up and having 5 separate Durrins all swing to fix their attention on you, absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, and it happens like you're there by yourself, and then a couple more cages go by, and they hop off at the same time. So those are the Mercs. It's Gregerton's turn. You know what? We're gonna roll a d6. 1 and 4 is Cody. 2 and 5 is Durrin. 3 and 6 is Merrick. That is a Cody. I got a 4. Gregerton gets on his little pad and begins tapping away, and Cody, a case comes swinging at you and shatters on you, and you feel a little spider crawling up your face, and it stings you. You're going to have to give me a Constitution save, please.
All fort save?
Yeah, sorry, fort save.
All right. That is going to be 19.
Okay, cool. You take 5 points of poison damage, but you can feel your robotic parts sort of reject the venom that was just injected into your face, and you're able to swat the spider away as it disappears into the lab.
Amazing. That's all you've got? Really? I guess ducks don't have teeth.
They do have teeth, right? Ducks have teeth.
Evidently not.
That's really hurtful.
Ducks have
So
teeth.
spiders to the face.
Just give me the liquid and we can call this business finished.
Just give us Ross and we'll talk.
I'm going to pick your box up and shake it really hard until you get permanently dizzy.
Sorry.
Merrick threats range so violently. Like, do you remember when he said we'd kill all someone's family down in hell? Now he's like, I'll just shake a box.
It'll make you real dizzy.
I'll shake it real good. I'm a bartender.
That's true. Shit, and you got 4 arms.
It is now the Phalanx drone. It's going to... You know what? He's just going to take 2 attacks on you, Cody.
Fair.
Okay. So you are going to be...
-2, right?
Yes, but that doesn't matter because that is another natural 20.
Damn. It's cool that I'm just standing here being a punching bag.
25 points of damage as you are sort of like holding on to for dear life, the tension, and you leave your ribs open, and he's just like wails and just hooks you right in the fucking ribs, and you could feel like a good old like crunch. And then his next roll is that is 22.
Yep.
Casey. All right, that's another 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he finds purchase on that hook and realizes that you can't sort of like lower your arm to protect that spot, so he just fucking hits you there again.
He's just like spitting blood in the tank.
And it seems to whip those electric eels into a bigger fervor. The electricity crackles louder. Durrin, your turn. You see the sniper.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking at you. You're looking at him.
There's a moment where time slows down and the music picks up.
Why do birds suddenly appear? That's the kind of music we're talking about, right? You're
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's where I am.
becoming enamored by him.
You know, he's so good. He handles that gun so well. There's something about him, you know? He's different. Trick attack, stealth. I have a 36 stealth.
That's enough.
Come on. Get the attack. Oh, nat 20! Nat 20!
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, fuck yeah!
It doesn't make any sense, but all of your mirror images pull the gun at the same time, and a just absolute volley of laser blasts go towards him.
Oh, fuck.
Roll your damage, big guy.
18 from my pistol. I need a fortitude save, I believe, because I have burn.
Okay. Damn, they're rolling garbage on their fortitude save. That's a 7, so I assume it's a failure.
Just 1 point of burn damage.
Okay.
And 10 points of my precision damage.
Damn, okay. So that's 29 points total.
Nice.
I'm choosing off target.
Okay, so it's a -2 to his attack rolls?
To his attack. Maybe I should just go for the stagger, though. Fuck it. Let's go for stagger.
Okay, he'll roll another fortitude save. That is a 15.
Yeah, that would be 18 he would have to beat. Okay, cool.
Then yeah, he's staggered.
Hell yeah.
As he's trying to like line up a shot on you, like your drone or your mirror images just like have staggered their fire. So every time he sort of gets a line on you, he flinches again as another blast hits him. Cody, it is your turn.
Good.
I'm gonna definitely try to kick this robot away because it's kicking the shit out of me. Fuck my life. Exact same shit. That is literally the exact same as a 21 again.
Yes, unfortunately, not enough. Again, he just grabs onto the railing and just takes another boot to the fucking face. Merrick, it's your turn.
And I'm gonna keep that readied action, which is so pointless.
Is this drone like? Can I walk up to them? Like, can I hit them with my sword?
Yes, absolutely. You can only do one attack, but yeah.
Yep, that's fine. I'll move up. And that's
you will be. I'll consider you flanking as well because you're on stairs.
Cool. It's not going to be great. That's still just going to be a 15.
15 KC, not enough. No.
Yeah. He's just so wiggly. All right, that's it for Merrick.
I forgot to do the other phalanx drone last round, so I'm going to say he used that round to get on board or on level with you, Merrick or Durrin.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Because he was like a round or two behind you. It is the Merc's turn. Durrin, he's going to attempt to take a shot at you.
Okay.
He's just staggered, right? He's not off target?
Yeah, he's just staggered.
Okay. That is a 27 EAC.
Hey, that does it. But I mean, which Durrin is he hitting, though? That's the next question.
That's true. He has, what, a 5? Or
there's 5. 4 mirror images, but there's 1 real Durrin in there, so there's 5 of us.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a d6.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is you?
I'll take the 1, you know?
Okay, so 1 is you, and if I get a 6, I'll reroll.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. He takes aim at one of the mirror images that is peppering him with shots, and he pulls the trigger, and one of them flickers out of existence.
Oh, hell yeah. This must be so scary for him.
Scary for me. You guys are being so effective.
I'm
not.
Well, you got your computer checks earlier, right? So, you know, you have to pay for that somehow.
I will say, Cody, you are doing more than you think. It is Gregorton's turn. He's getting very annoyed at you, Cody. So a cage swings above you, and now that Merrick is there, he's going to drop open these, like, they look like puffer fish, but they have little feet, and they're not aquatic. And instead of like spiky, they're like fluffy. And he drops these puffballs down on you, and as they hit the ground as they hit the stairs, they like explode into this pollen-like dust. And you and Merrick are going to have to give me some fortitude saves, please.
All right, that is an 18.
27.
Yeah, you guys are doing okay. You're gonna you take 6 points of poison damage each, but you manage to resist the other effects.
You think you can stop me with desert puffers? Come on. I used to huff this stuff for kicks.
Just remember, Dane, like, we had a fight where we rolled nothing but garbage before, so we've earned this one.
I'm officially in my health. Cody's, are they harmed, these little things?
No, once they hit the ground, they just kind of like bounce, and they're rolling down the stairs, but that initial impact has made them like expel their pollen.
I'm sure it's still not good for them to be dropped and let loose like this. I'm looking up at Greg and I'm like, you call yourself a scientist and you're abusing animals like this?
He looks down at the lifeless blinks at his feet. He says, "Oh, was it not clear that this is all means like it was an act? I don't really give a shit about any of these animals. They're just essentially money that I print."
I know. I just kind of hope there was some shred of decency in you. But okay, it will be good killing you.
I'm going to cook you with a glaze.
Alpha used to love duck.
I'm an actual person, not an animal. You know this, right?
Cook you with a glaze.
It is the phalanx drone's turn, and he's going to do 2 attacks. He turns his arms sideways and begins spinning them like a blade around in a circle. And he's going to do 1 attack on Cody and 1 attack on Merrick.
All right.
The first one on Cody misses.
My AC is lower. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just about.
The next one is it's a 22 against you, Merrick.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
It's not going to be good.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as its fist just keeps cracking you across the face until you are able to get a defensive position on this stair and get it to stop.
I'm also in my health.
We got this.
Durrin, the phalanx drone, catches up to you and gets on the rafter beside you, and it's going to use its hand cannon to shoot at you. That would be a 21 EAC, but let's see.
That would hit.
There's 4 of you now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll roll a D4. Are you still sticking with 1?
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to be for now.
All right. The hand cannon, it sort of like switches between the 4 of you and then settles on a target and looses a shot, and it strikes true for 11 points of electricity damage.
Oof, that's okay. That's fine. I can deal with that.
Durrin, it is your turn.
Okay. Fuck. I'm in between two viable threats. How's the sniper looking? How's he feeling? Did he even have a turn? I don't remember. Oh yeah, he did. He tried to shoot me. Okay.
Yes,
how's he feeling?
No.
I think I want to close the gap.
Okay.
I think I want to get right up next to his business.
Sure.
So I'm going to use my trick attack to get up close. I'm going to fire before I get to him, right? But
okay. I will say you're going to have to give me an acrobatics check as you balance along these rafter beams to get onto the walkway.
Okay. My acrobatics is I crushed it. We got a 35.
Cool. Yeah, you nimbly able to run along this rafter with absolutely no problem. You hop over the railing onto the walkway, and you take your shot as you move in closer.
My stealth is a 34.
Yep.
And my attack, nat 1.
No.
Durrin.
You nimbly jump over the grate, but the fence or railing. But as you do, you trip and you fall and you drop your gun. It's not off the railing. It's just you're going to need a move action to pick it up next round.
Okay. Am I close to him now or no?
I will say yes. You know, okay, here's what we'll say. As you're moving in closer to him, he's set up a small tripwire. And
fun.
As a means to protect him from people getting close, and you trip over that and kind of eat shit right beside him. So you're beside him, but your gun is now on the ground beside you.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Cody, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stop trying to bull rush and just do a punch attack.
Okay.
There we go. That's a 29.
Flanking, baby.
Oh, sorry, that's a 31.
You are going to be taking -2 because you're considered grappled.
That's a 29.
But yes, that hits.
Yeah, as I just while desperately holding on at one point, spewing blood, I just try to backhand him, and I'm going to hit him for 17 points of sonic damage, and he is now unbalanced. So
what does that mean again?
Flat foot against next attack. So even better, maybe.
Merrick.
All right, let's try to kill this guy. That's going to be a 23. 25 with the flanking.
And even more because he is flat-footed, so yes, you hit.
Thank you, Mr. Dice. That's going to be 29 points of 30 points of damage. There we go. You're still not down.
Its head is sort of wobbling around. It's like, please, stop.
I just can't finish the job today. I don't know what's happening to me.
You went through that one guy like butter.
Yeah, but then he kept standing for a little bit afterwards.
I thought that was a cool effect on purpose because you just stood there and he died.
Oh, you're right. Definitely on purpose. Do I have anything I can do as a move action?
You tell me.
Really?
You can move away and get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
No, I'm good. I'm going to stay where I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Durrin, it is the Merc's turn. How do I want to do this? He looks at you beside him, and you look at him, and then he looks at your gun on the ground, and you look at the gun on the ground, and he's going to try to swat it off the railing.
Okay. What a fun dude.
Going to give you a reflex save, and I'm going to set it at a DC 20 reflex save.
You had to tell me the DC, didn't you?
Well, I don't. I want to put it out there so that I'm not moving. No one accuses me of moving the goalpost. So it's a DC 20 reflex save to beat him to the punch here. And I will say, if you succeed on this, you won't have to use a move action to grab your gun.
So I have a 50-50 shot at this then.
Okay.
I believe.
I feel like that's a fair choice. It's you or him, right?
The gun falls.
As you both make eye contact and realize what the plan is here, you reach for it with lightning fast reflexes, but he's able to get the butt of his sniper rifle and just sort of like punt it off as your gun goes tumbling down onto one of the cages that is scooting by. And now he gives you a smile.
I smile back.
That is... You know what? I'll say that's his turn. It is Gregerton's turn, and he looks at you and he says, "This is getting very tiresome." And he presses a button. And Cody, you feel the tension increase on your grappler as he begins raising Dr. Ross's cage. And
like
it's not that far yet, but if you continue holding on, yes, you will. But it's now completely like taut. The line is taut. Next round, you'll start be moving up with it.
Perfect.
It is the phalanx drones. So it's going to do the same thing. It's going to just keep spinning and trying to do 2 attacks on Cody and Merrick.
Beyblade.
Let it rip is what it says every time as well, which is weird.
100%.
Cody, that is a 21 KAC.
That's it.
Okay.
I would love to not get hit this time, Dane, please.
Me too,
That
actually.
is 11 points of damage to you, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Merrick, your wish has come true. That's a 12 KAC.
Thank God.
I feel like the box pulled my guard completely up, so I'm just like arms in the air, that fucking exposed ribs, just like.
Yeah, it's like you were having a hard time protecting your ribs before, and now it's like your arm is over your head, and now you've just like made a perfect, nice sort of like exposed area for him to just wail on. That is the phalanx drone. The one on the rafters, Durrin, it's going to target you. There's now 3 of you, right?
No, you hit me last time, so there's still 4.
Yep, still 4. Okay, good. I like that. That's an easy one to roll.
Okay.
Let's see first how we... Oh, that's a nat 20. You're sticking with 1?
Yep, no point changing it now.
The phalanx drone says, "Overcharging." And you see almost like Mega Man Buster style, like begins, or like Samus begins sort of like growing this large electric ball in front of his gun and begins scanning through the targets again, locks on and launches it all with enough force to almost push him off the rafter and makes contact with one of your mirror images.
That was very stressful.
That is his go. Durrin, it's your turn. You're now looking at the Sarkeesian mercenary eye to eye, unarmed.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm going to use my move action to pull out my my Gale baton, my Tempest Gale baton.
Okay.
As I give it a shake as like it covers itself in ice. As I just kind of give him a smile, and just take it right to his kneecaps.
Okay.
Fucking cool.
I do want to remind you that these guys are large. So this is like a small v large creature fight. So the knees
that's kind of
are
awesome. I completely forget they're large.
Yeah,
each time.
Yeah, the knees are pretty much right at level for you.
Yeah. I got a 17 versus EAC, I believe. It's cold damage, so I believe it's EAC.
I think this is KAC because it's a melee weapon.
Okay.
Is it? No.
Hey.
Okay, we'll say EAC.
I'm not trying to bend the rules, Dane. I don't know.
This is an operative weapon. You can trick attack. Oh, you used a move action to try.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be trick attacking later.
It does say, 1d6C. So
yeah, okay, sure. Fuck it. Yes, that is enough.
With my minimum, it is 9 points of damage, of cold damage, as I just try to take out his kneecap with my little baton. Like, yeah.
You manage to like clap him right on the kneecap, and his knee buckles a little bit, and then looks at you. And he's like, "All right, let's do this, little guy." Cody, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm holding on, so I'm gonna.
You can feel your toes like just barely touching the platform now.
Yeah, I'm going up with this thing, so at least I'll be hanging underneath it, and I can catch Ross if she falls, hopefully. Can I hit this thing as I leave?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're still in range. You're not going to actually move out of the square until Gregerton's turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to take 1 attack, keep holding on, and ready a grab if possible. Fuck, man. 17.
17 against the... Is that with your -2?
15.
No,
Oh,
you
we have
missed.
flanking.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You take a swing at it, and you you start to raise up, and you just fall short. You could like feel the heat off of this drone that it's currently emitting.
I feel like it's the punch is fine, but the amount I'm punching is also the amount I'm moving. So it's like it never actually gains any momentum.
Yeah, that you're just taking the one attack there.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna ready my move action to grab.
Okay, Merrick, it's your turn. This drone is sputtering and smoking and sparking.
That's going to be 19 plus 2, 21.
That does it. Tell me how you finish this thing.
Okay. As the drone reaches up to try to get Cody, I cut off its legs, like its lower half, so he sort of can't get his arms up in time, and he just collapses on the ground.
Yes, as its pieces just kind of like tumble down the stairs.
How far away is Gregerton's cage from me?
Probably like 10 feet up, and then maybe like 20 feet away.
I'm going to start moving over towards Gregerton.
So I'm considering you still up on the stairs. So if you get down to the ground, his cage is about 30 feet up.
Is it on a platform, or is it just hanging now?
It's suspended the same way that Ross's is.
I'm going to move near it, and I'll think of a plan.
Okay, so you're just getting underneath them?
Yep.
Okay, cool. It is the mercenary's turn, and he's going to use a move action as well to draw his chainsaw sword, and it revs up with a loud, and it begins spinning, and he's going to take a swing at you, Durrin. That is a 20 KAC.
That's a hit. But hey, there's more of me. So, I think there's two. There's
3
of me. Three.
Oh,
three.
yes. 3 total, two images.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the same thing. If I roll 4 on the D4, I'll re-roll, but 1 is you. He looks at the one that hit him, but then starts looking at the other Durrins who have now surrounded him, and he takes a swipe off to the side and clangs against the railing with a shower of sparks as another one of your images disappears.
Oh, this is starting to get hairy.
That is his turn. It is Gregerton's turn now. Cody, you're going to take... Oh, you won't, because the drone is dead, so you won't take an attack of opportunity for leaving the space. But now you are, just dangling underneath the cage of Dr. Ross, about, 5 feet above the water of these eels. And Gregerton smiles and says, "What did you say to do, little robot? Drop Ross? Okay." And he opens the top of Ross's cage and then releases it as you and Ross plunge into the water.
Now, was I not connected to the chain?
You're connected to the winch.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, you know what? You wouldn't drop down. But I'm going to say, here's what we'll do. Give me a reflex save to see if you can avoid being hit by the cage that's above you and falling at you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you succeed on that, I will give you a chance to grab Ross.
Okay. And grabbing Ross would be, what, like in athletics?
Yes. I'll say a fairly easy one because you've been waiting for this the entire combat.
Okay. I'm going to use my rocker inspiration to avoid the cage.
Okay, so this will give you a +5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fuck. It's a 1.
Damn.
Yeah.
You are expecting the cage to open from the bottom and not absolutely getting dropped on you. And the cage does not open from the bottom, and instead of dropping Ross solo, he drops the entire cage that comes crashing down on top of you. You try to use the momentum to kind of swing out of the way in an effort to sort of scoop Ross out, but unfortunately you've timed your swing wrong and the cage lands on you, bringing you and Ross into the water.
That sucks so much. Oh.
And I'm going to give you guys some damage. Only 3 points of electricity damage, but the eels are now beginning to circle around you.
You see Cody just screaming bubbles. Man, I was waiting the whole fucking combat to roll a fucking 1 after blowing my fucking inspiration. Bullshit.
Phalanx drone up top with you, Durrin. It moves around, so it hops over the railing as well, and is beginning to walk around so that the Sarkeesian mercenary is on one side of you, and it is on the other side of you, and you are now flanked.
Of course I am.
Well, actually, you know what? It doesn't know which one is you yet, so it's not going to flank. It's going to stay shooting at you from a range in an effort to either hit you and determine which target it's actually looking for or clear your images. So it's going to attack. That is still going to be a 20 EAC.
Fuck, yeah, that still hits. Damn.
Okay, it's a 50-50 chance now for you.
Yep.
You sticking with ones? Like odds?
Of course. No reason to change it.
Okay. Once again, says, "You're surrounded. Surrender," as it launches a shot at you and deals 9 points of damage to your final mirror image as it flickers away.
You son of a bitch.
You are now up on top of this platform, this railing, about 80 to 100 feet above your friends. You just saw Cody get plunged into the water. Merrick is standing underneath Gregerton, and you are now on either side surrounded. The Merc looks at you. What would you like to do?
100% trick attack. And I'm imagining the way I'm going to use the stealth in this is if he's a large creature, I'm just going to like swoop in between his legs and come up behind him. So that way I'm no longer flanked.
Okay.
And
Right in the butthole.
because of my abilities, no one gets an attack of opportunity on me. Or I think my target doesn't get an attack of opportunity on me.
I love it. Well, he's the only one you got to worry about. So yeah, I will let you absolutely scoot under his legs and get on the other side of him.
Stealth. I got a 32.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So he's flat-footed for this attack. 19 on the dice. For a 28 to hit.
Yes, that does it as well.
All right, I'm going to give you my precision damage first because that requires a little bit more of a roller. 16 of precision damage.
Okay, let me do some quick maths.
Max. As I get 12 additional damage from my baton.
How do you finish him?
Oh man, I just want to like swoop under and just like I hit his other knee, so maybe that kind of hurt a little bit, and then I like whack his other one, and I hear probably a sickening like I broke something.
Oh yeah,
as he
drops down to his knee, yeah, and he loses his balance as he falls off of the railing. Merrick, as you're making your way to Gregerton, the sniper lands in front of you and hits the ground.
Oh my god. I love that image so much.
Durrin's gone beast mode up in the rafters. And I love it.
Speaking of beast mode, Cody, it is your turn. 3 shark-sized electric eels are swimming around with almost making like a whirlpool as they circle you. The water is crackling with electricity, and it feels like your skin is on fire. What would you like to do? Dr. Ross is also submerged in the tank.
So, my bangles let me teleport. It does not say whether or not I can take somebody with me.
You know what? I'm going to say, if it doesn't specify and it says that you teleport, I'm going to say that you can't take people, because I feel like
it feels a bit OP.
That's a very powerful move. So no, I will say you cannot teleport with Ross.
Okay, I'm going to take the bangles off, put them on Ross's wrists, and clip them and clack them together. I assume that'll take my full turn.
That will be your full action. I won't make you roll for it because you are giving up a pretty powerful object for the time being. So yeah, she looks at you confused for a second and has no idea what you're doing. And when you clack them, she teleports to the top of the stairs, leaving you alone in the tank.
Yep.
On your turn, you're going to take some more electricity damage. Damn. 5 points of electricity damage.
Okay.
Merrick, it is your turn. You've seen this sniper collapse onto the ground and explode in front of you from Durrin sending him down. You see Dr. Ross in a red flash appear onto the staircase, gasping for air and dripping wet. Cody is still being tossed around by the eels within the tank, and you can still see Durrin fighting the phalanx robot above. Gregerton smiles and laughs when within the tank, or his cage, and he just says, "Don't you see I have more resources than you can spend?"
Fuck you. And remember, Merrick is just going to give up on Gregerton for now. I'm going to walk back over to the eel cage. I'm going to try to break the tank.
I'm going to let you remember when Durrin shot the glass when you first got here. You remember that Ross did tell you that like it would take a substantial amount of effort and damage to even begin to crack the glass that they use in this facility, and you would assume that most of these tanks are made of the same material.
Okay.
This is information that Merrick would know, and I'm just reminding you of it, and this is my way of saying that like it would be wild for them to have all of these dangerous rare animals and put them in regular breakable glass.
God, I feel so useless right now. I can't help Durrin. I can't really help Cody without getting in the water and frying him too, and I can't even touch Gregerton. The chains holding the cage, is that made of the same material, or is it just chain?
For they seem to be like a fairly industrial, like reinforced, like cable that is suspended above. There's one still dangling from the cage, or that was holding Ross prior to, and then there's also the one that's holding up Gregerton's cage.
But it looks pretty tough.
I will also say that there's the consoles, like Gregerton's workstation is pretty much in front of you as well.
Yeah.
So if you have an idea that you would like to do, I can tell you what you would need to roll or if it is possible. So don't feel confined to like what's available to you on your person or whatever. So like just spitball some ideas if you want, and I'll let you know what works.
I guess I'll just try to go up to the stairs and help fish Cody out at this point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll let you run back over and either like extend a hand or something, and I will give Cody a bonus to a check to get out.
That was the most useless Merrick has ever felt. There was nothing to hit with a sword.
Merrick is dead. It is Gregerton's turn. He looks around and he surveys the area, and despite trying to keep a bravado going, he sees that the security forces are almost done dealing with the other mercs. And there's only one phalanx drone pretty much left. Considering Durrin just took out one of the mercenaries solo, he begins getting a little nervous. And he's going to press another button as he releases this like flock of what looks like large crows. And the room gets filled with these birds. And it makes it very difficult to see the area. And his cage begins getting like swarmed by it, and you can't see inside of it this round. You can hear through the cage, he says, "This is going south. I need immediate extraction. If you want your data, you'll need to get me out of here alive." It is the phalanx drone. He is going to attack you, Durrin.
He doesn't have to if he doesn't want to.
I mean, I don't think he does. That's a 16 KAC as he moves in with a punch.
Nope, that doesn't do it.
Yeah, you're able to nimbly dodge out of the way as it begins its advance on you. Durrin, it is your turn.
Hey, if it sounds good, do it twice, right? So I'm just going to, with my baton, and I'm just going to do another trick attack on him so I can clear off this area and then help my boys downstairs. Oh my god. 39 stealth.
Yeah.
23. It is flat-footed for this attack.
Yeah.
Precision damage. 9 points of precision damage, 11 points of cold damage.
Okay. The ice begins sort of like creeping into its circuitry, and you can see it sort of from the hip, it begins kind of locking up. And smoke is starting to sort of billow out of the chest piece that you had knocked off earlier with your shot is now beginning to like smoke out this black plume.
I'm going to say he is off target.
Okay. Cody, Ross is now out to safety. You are being tossed around by these electric eels. You're going to take a little bit more damage, but you can tell me how you'd like to get out. You can see Merrick extending his hand above the water. It's 8 points of electricity.
All right. I guess I'm going to swim. Just try to power through and get over.
Okay. This will be an athletics check.
Cool. Oh, I got 27.
Yep. And I will say with Merrick's help, you get to the surface despite being like body checked and knocked around. Merrick, it looks like he's not going to get out. It looks like the current is too strong and the eels are just overpowering him. But you see his fingerless gloved hand break the surface of the water for a split second, and you're able to grab him with 2 arms and yank him out. And you, Dr. Ross, and Cody are now at the top of the stairs.
Oh, God, that didn't go quite as planned.
We're almost through this.
You good, Ross?
I'm a little bit wet and a little frazzled, but yeah, I believe we have a duck to roast.
Any chance you can get him out of there?
I think I could work something. And you know what? I didn't roll initiative for her because she's not a combat participant, but she's going to make her way over to the terminals.
I turn to Merrick and just like clap him on the shoulder. I'm like, thanks for the save.
You would have done the same for me.
Merrick, it is your turn.
All right, so there's just crows around Gregerton's cage right now?
Correct.
I'm gonna supernova the crows.
No.
Okay. Don't roll damage. You just blast these fucking crows. Yeah, they're not gonna. The crows get incinerated, and Ross looks back at you for a second and just says, "Okay, desperate
collateral
times.
Damage."
Yes, I know. Let's just pretend that this didn't happen. Yeah."
Nobody tell Link.
You see Link in the back peeking through a vent. No. A tear of rage drops from his eye as he disappears into the darkness.
Well, we now know who the villain is.
No. Okay, Merrick, that is your turn. Do you want to move somewhere?
Yeah, I want to move under the cage. So what is he doing now that we can see what he's doing?
Now that you can see what he's doing, he was on some sort of communication device, but now he is rummaging into the pockets of his lab coat.
We see you.
Mercenary is dead. It is Gregerton's turn. He looks down and he says, "This is your last chance. Let me leave, and you all live."
Or, you're running out of options here, Gregerton. If you're going to threaten us, I need to see something to be threatened with.
He smiles and says, "Very well," as he pulls out a vial and an injector, stabs it into his neck and presses the plunger down, and says,
"Oh my God.
You want a threat? Well, how about a perfect apex predator?